Hello, everyone. My name is Patience Rachel Amuge from Together to Get Her. I'm excited, I'm honored, I am privileged, I am everything to be seated next to our CEO. And she's going to enlighten us on various issues. You are welcome, CEO.
Okay.
And we are going to start off with who are you?
But you already know who I am.
To the people.
Okay. My name is Judith Adeke, and I'm the CEO and founder of Together to Get Her Charitable organization. I hold a bachelor's degree in human rights, peace and humanitarian interventions, and that makes me a human rights advocate by profession.
Okay, human rights advocate brings me to my next question. Because if I have the answer, but what inspired you to start up this organization?
Starting up Together to Get Her has been something that has been on my heart. Though it started while I was still young, and every time they would ask us, what do you want to become in future? Of course I would say doctor, lawyer. But then there's this one that stuck in my mind, that I always wanted to have an orphanage, but also in the larger picture, taking care of children. So as when you're young, you're not so what, but you just feel you want an orphanage. You don't know how, you don't know when, you don't know what, but it's just in your mind. So as time went on, it was on and off, on and off, on and off. But then when I went to university, I actually applied for a bachelor's of laws, but then I studied law for 2 weeks. I studied law for 2 weeks, but then some things happened there. And then my dad, suggested that I would do human rights. So he made consultations with friends, and they were like, yeah, I think it's somehow close to law. She won't feel very affected, because I'd already started getting attached to law. Yeah, my 2 weeks were really attachment. So I did the course, the human rights. So it pulled me closer to my dream, because it's more of reaching out to people, more of the organization setup, because it was something that taught us to about peace, security, like that. Those are the topics we talk about, and gender equality and what. So it brought me closer to my dream. So actually, up to now, I don't regret not doing law. Yeah, I love the fact that I offered human rights. So from there, that's when I started with the reusable pads. Yeah, I started to do that with reusable pads. So we go to different places and teach girls and women how to do reusable pads. Not until I started up the organization Together to Get Her. And now everything about menstrual hygiene, education, vocational skills training, psychosocial support, we do all that under the organization. So that's how I came up with the organization.
So you talked about orphanage and what?
Yes.
So orphanage, women.
Yeah.
Are the women putting you to the orphans or what?
No. That's still a dream ahead. I've not yet reached there, but I hope in the nearby future I'll be there. I hope to set up the biggest women empowerment center. Oh, maybe I forgot to say, Together to Get Her is a community-based organization. It is based in Eastern Uganda. That is Teso region, yes. So it's under Mora district. Yeah, it's in Kolo in Kapil sub-county. Yeah. Yes. So I put it there because I want to put up the biggest women empowerment center. But in that center, I want it to be a whole center. I want it to be a place where women can come for for empowerment. Like they'll get the vocational skills training. In a nearby future, I see an orphanage there. In the nearby future, I see how do you call it? I see a hospital there, a women hospital there. In the nearby future, I see a school. So it's just a big picture altogether.
So you see a whole village fenced.
Exactly.
A fenced village, and there's everything
there.
inside.
Yeah, but it will be a women empowerment center. Not forgetting the men, obviously. We shall have a social inclusion. Shall have the men. Obviously, there are some things that women can do that also we shall need men to come in. But yeah, that's the whole big
I am a men's advocate. I almost said CEO.
No, we totally have programs that include men. Yes. Actually, we have been doing runs and we've been doing campaigns and we're teaching women and girls how to make reusable pads. And every time we go to schools or to areas, we actually were surprised at how men were very interested in learning how to make reusable pads. So we thought, and like, okay, I think this is a good idea. Having men also having men advocate for women's rights. So every time we go, we don't chase the men away. We include them in our activities, and we're happy that they're also glad to be part of the activities.
I remember with the last outreach,
yes,
the men enjoyed sewing more than the women.
Exactly.
They really wanted to.
Exactly. So it would be nice to see them also reach out to other women and teach them the skills they have learned. Yes, exactly.
And also men doing these things for their women.
Yeah, exactly. It would feel nice to know that your man made you a reusable pad. It is anyway encouraging. Yes.
Okay. Brings me to my other question, which is what has been your most fulfilling moment so far?
I have
Yeah,
I have quite many fulfilling moments. First of all, giving is passion for me, or seeing myself and the team helping women and girls is passion for me. So every time we reach and we're done with an event, that's a fulfilling moment for me. But the most that is really outstanding, the one I really talk about, is every time I have to go back to the village. And then those ladies are always asking, when are you coming back? Oh, Judith, when are you coming back? My heart is so full because I feel I'm doing something in their lives that they even want me to go back. So it's a fulfilling moment for me to see them come to me and tell me, Judith, you're delaying. When are you coming back? When are we doing the things again? And everywhere you go, there's that. So it fills my heart, and it actually brings more thirst for me to come back very fast and then see what is the next event, what are we going to do for them. Yes, so I guess that's the most fulfilling moment. Yes.
Yeah, I remember with I think it was the last outreach, I saw all these girls get out. Instead of going home, it was time for them to go home.
Yeah.
But everyone was coming and hugging you, and no one wanted to enter the car. I was
exactly.
CEO.
Exactly. Okay, obviously they were also with the other team members.
Yeah.
So it is fun. It is fulfilling, and it is nice to know that they feel the help that we give them. Yeah.
So going to the, let me say negative. I don't know if it is negative or what has been your biggest challenge with this whole thing?
Biggest challenge, I'll say the financial bit of it is the biggest challenge, because I've approached the charity thing without a donor. We actually have no international donor. Yes, because I sat down my first years when I just started the organization. I would sit down the whole night and some days and write proposals and not have any response from anyone. And in my heart I'm like, so when is the donor coming? And when do I hope to stand up and go and help people? Yet I'm not having responses from any of the donors. Yeah. So in my mind I thought, I think I'm overlooking the people at home, the people in Uganda, and I'm setting my eyes on people that actually don't even know us, don't even know we exist.
The help that comes from within.
Yeah, so this
also underlooking yourself.
Exactly. So this phrase comes to my mind and says, charity begins at home.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think we should start the charity from home. Yeah. So actually, I started advertising. My very first event, I started advertising on my status, on social media handles, and that is where we get help from. Yes. So, but the challenge now we have is we don't have that big audience. Yes, we don't have that big audience yet. But what we have now is just limited. So most of the times you're working with a small budget. You're not able to reach out to as many people as you would want to. Yes. So that's the biggest challenge, finance. But I am hopeful that more and more Ugandans get to know that we can help ourselves, because some of these things that are doing are really not expensive. For example, we have a campaign, the second level firing campaign, and we are focused it on providing the girls and the women with sewing machines, and we put each sewing machine at 350,000 Uganda shillings. I don't think that is much. There are people that can give us that money out there. And more. Exactly, and more. And now we top up clothes, bags, and other useful items. There are people that have clothes out there. There are people that can provide cars for us to travel and take those things there. There are people that can provide reusable pads. There are people that can provide fuel. There are people that can provide anything. So I took my eyes off the international base and came back home. It's not bad. I'm not doing it in a bad way, but they'll find us along the way as they move. Yeah, so that phrase keeps coming to my mind. Charity begins at home. But now the biggest challenge is that we have a small audience. We're not yet so out to the people. But we pray that in the future everyone will get to know and shall hold hands together and be able to help the women and the girls. Yeah.
That is encouraging. I read a quote that said, luck doesn't find you in one place, it finds you moving. So it is beautiful to know that, with all odds, you just took the step. Yeah, so as we conclude, I'd love you to say something to the people out there, encourage them to do anything you feel they should do.
Okay, to the people out there, we want to call upon you. We have events that keep coming up, but because we are tired of doing the hit and run, because when we give people clothes, the clothes get torn, and it's more of a hit and run. So we want to do things that are lasting. We want to do things that are sustainable, and that is why this time we've included sewing machines, because when we give a sewing machine, the girl or the woman is able to get a vocational skill, and they're able to get maybe jobs or income generating activities from what we have given them. So we call upon you, when we come up with advertisements or when you come out with events, please reach out to us. Follow us on all our social media handles. I think most of them are Together to Get Her charitable organization, or it's Together to Get Her. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on TikTok, we are on X. So follow us on all those platforms, and every time we cry, please don't run away. Just come to our rescue. Bring all the contributions you have, bring the money. Contact us on our numbers or on our social media handles. We shall be there to receive everything that you have for us.
Thank you. Thank you to our dear viewers. We have heard from the CEO. I am humbled, CEO. Thank you so much for listening. Bye. Bye. I remain Patience Rachel Amuge, Administrator, Together to Get Her.